Hello and welcome to the United Stand. It's fair to say this season has been disappointing. In fact, I think any season where we aren't at least in the title race or actually winning the league is disappointing. Now, because we've spent 3 years on our arses, it's easy to think that time before Moyes and Van Gaal was all rainbows and sunshine, but there were disappointments too. Jose is the right man and we will bounce back next year. And to get us in the mood, here are the top 5 times United bounced back from disappointing seasons. For number 5, let me take you way back to 1995. Oasis were belting out Wonderwall, the Ultimate Warrior was still baffling people with his post-match interviews, and Alan Shearer was scoring goals for fun. For anyone looking at that hair and saying, that's not Alan Shearer, trust me, it is. Aging is just a horrible, horrible thing. Now, by 1994, Fergie had started to turn things around, and we had 2 years of success. Then, Shearer came along and smashed in 34 league goals. United lost the Premier League title to Blackburn on the last day of the season, when we could only manage an away draw to West Ham. We then went on to lose to Everton in the FA Cup final. Disaster. So, how did we bounce back? The summer that followed was our most dramatic ever, as we sold Hughes, Kanchelskis and Ince, and relied on the youth team to carry the weight for the coming season. It was highly controversial, but as history shows, it was an incredible year, where we became the first English team to win the double. The youth team thrived, and though Cantona was suspended for several months due to his famous kick on a Crystal Palace fan, he returned to be our top scorer with 19 goals, the last of which being the winner against Liverpool in the FA Cup final. A truly incredible comeback. At number 4, it's the time we bounced back from Chelsea's 2006 league win. It's hard to believe we actually went 3 years in a row without winning the league with Fergie, coming third twice and second in 2006, missing out by 8 points. Ironically, it was Mourinho's Chelsea that were proving too much for us to handle, and we were struggling to respond. Remarkably, the only player we signed that summer was Carrick, but the team managed to improve remarkably well, and it was that year when Ronaldo really started to come into his own. He scored 23 goals, winning several personal awards, and it certainly pushed us over the edge as we beat Chelsea to the title by 6 points. A great comeback. And at number 3, it was the response to what might be our most bitter title loss. In the 2011-12 season, we got thumped 6-1 by City, and the voice of Martin Tyler shouting, "Aguero!" still haunts my dreams. We lost the sodding league on sodding goal difference and let sodding Manchester City win the Premier League title. It was horrible. So how did we recover? It was clear that there weren't enough goals in the team, so Fergie signed Van Persie from Arsenal, and he pretty much won us the league, scoring goal after goal after goal. Absolute class. The downside to the season, of course, was the fact that Alex Ferguson stepped down and announced David Moyes as his successor. So we won the league but also gained Moyes. It was a bit like stepping in dog crap with brand new trainers, I think. Anyway, at number 2, it was the 1991-92 season where we lost out on the title to Leeds United. Leeds United, you ask? Yeah, they used to be alright. We did win the League Cup and UEFA Super Cup, but it was the league that we were desperate for. It was the 25th anniversary of our last league win, and it seemed like it was going to happen. We started really well, but then lost to QPR, and then drew way too many times. Sounds familiar. It was a certain Frenchman that helped Leeds do it, but he did make it up to us. We signed him for 1.2 million, and he was a catalyst for us. Mark Hughes had a great season too, and Ryan Giggs was incredible and won the PFA Young Player of the Year award for a second season. We won the inaugural Premier League season and restored United as champions. And at number 1, it's the 1990 season. In 1989, Alex Ferguson was in serious trouble and we were languishing at the wrong end of the First Division. A run of 8 games without a win saw us staring relegation in the face. The story goes that Ferguson would have been sacked if we'd been knocked out of the FA Cup by Nottingham Forest, but we went on to win the FA Cup. This, in my eyes, is the greatest bounce back, as it secured us the man who brought us 26 years of unparalleled success, and although we finished 13th, the FA Cup was enough to keep Fergie, and the rest, as they say, is history. So what do you think of our list? Are there other seasons where we bounced back that I didn't mention? If so, comment below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter if you fancy. Thanks for watching.